I'm a 40-year-old man. Pee-pee poo-poo man.
Of course, I didn't change the name of it properly on Twitch.
So,
Apparently, we've been playing season 3, episode 1 forever.
What's really funny is, you know how I don't reboot my machine, right?
Yes.
Apparently, I was watching your stream for 333 hours. I didn't.
All the channel points. Hey, Fox. Greetings. Welcome to Die, Driving, and Die presents Flotsam and Jetsam, Season 3, Episode 5. I'm your host, Adam's DM. Ahmed is busy right now, and Mark's working this weekend. So we don't know if Ahmed's going to join, but we're going to play anyways, because the original point of this campaign was to play it because of...
scheduling conflicts
with some of the other players. Yeah, so at least we had something to play.
Right.
How's it going? I hear you have a new puppy coming on Sunday.
Oh, this is puppy on Sunday. Oh, my house.
The brand new puppy smell.
No, there's a new puppy smell. We have a new pup.
Do they smell? Oh.
Not like a little bit, but not really. Like they don't get the dander yet. They do have they smell a lot like the food you give them. Like, so it's good to spend the money to get the dog food that you also don't mind the smell of, because that smell is going to be a thing. But yeah,
the more you know.
The more you know. Yeah, a little puppy. She's really cute. Her name is going to be Zhongfei, or Feifei. And we're going to spell it like the Fei fairy style. So we've got that Chinese English pun thing going on.
Cool. I thought it was May before. I thought it was going to be June.
May, June? No.
Okay.
Her birthday was like Christmas Eve, the 23rd.
Okay.
That'll be helpful to help remember. We also so new puppy. We also saw Neja 2. Pronounce it correctly. We gotta be careful with the pronunciation on that one. It is a. So I recommended the first Neja film a few years ago. It's an animated film from China around Chinese mythology. It's like an action fantasy film.
What's the English translation?
Neja. It's the guy's name.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
The main character's name. So it's about.
Well, some of them are like double.
Dual warriors.
Okay.
Happy sunshine. Yeah. No. The sequel is currently set a bunch of global records for like most viewed film, most viewed animated film, this sort of thing. It is actually fantastic in terms of a fantasy film. It's got some of the coolest visuals that I've seen in a fantasy film in a long time. There's a whole Pompeii sequence. It's really rated. It's rated PG, but it's like 14
I'm looking
plus.
for a pen. Could you type out what it's? Type out the spelling. See that?
Yeah, no chance. There's
no
way.
Zero chance to type this. Probably, I would have got all sorts of results. So there's a 1 and 2.
There's a 1 and 2, okay. And the first one it's good, and it's basically about Chinese dragons, the Chinese immortals or the Chinese gods, and then the demons. And it's the sequel is. It's so D&D. It is such a like, this is so cool. This is so cool. This scene is so cool. And there are 3 scenes that are like, this shouldn't be here. There's 3 of them. They're short.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good, because normally there's like 5 minutes of like, why did you put this here type scenes. This one only has a few, but there's like soul engines and lava storms and teleportation. And
so high magic then, like.
Oh, high magic. There's like it's all
this
about. This
isn't a subtle Conan the Barbarian magic.
No, the 2 main characters from the first one are there's the Pearl of the Gods and the Demon Orb, which are basically people, like the chosen one of demonkind and the chosen one of the Celestials.
Cool.
And they got swapped, so the goodly people ended up raising the demon, right? So it's like the demon he's got all the demonic energy in the world, and he's been raised by the good. It's super cool. Anyways, I had a lot of fun watching it, and on that same day I saw the puppy, so I was like, here, take my money. So it was a good day. I had a good day, and then the work week sucked. But that is what it
we
is.
already commiserated about our work week. There was a Cthulhu movie that I enjoyed recently, not this week, but it is called Glorious. I don't want to talk about it too much because it kind of ruins what it's about, but it's definitely a Cthulhu movie. 88 on Rotten Tomatoes. It's pretty good. I'll make my players watch it this summer when we hang out in person.
I like Cthulhu films.
Yep. What else? I am watching Shogun. It arrived on DVD, so I'm picking my way slowly through that. What else? I'm playing probably what will be my last game of Old World. I did find a mod that gives me unlimited movement points, so that it's not.
You're not being blocked. Your army is being blocked by.
Yeah, it's like I have this massive army, but I can't command
Go!
Yeah, it's
just
fucking move forward. Which I'm like, okay, I'm breaking a little bit of the game by doing that, but it gave me at least a couple more games worth of.
It gave you some more enjoyment.
Yeah, a little bit, a few more hours out of that game, but I think it's reaching its end of interest. So it's only 40, 50 hours to play a Civ game. Into it, it's not.
In the gaming world, I'm having a lot of fun watching the Avowed comparisons. I don't know if you've seen any of this stuff.
No.
Avowed is a brand new AAA game in the style of Elder Scrolls. Open world RPG type game.
Yep.
So people have been putting side-by-side comparisons between this game and Oblivion.
Yep.
From 2006 or 2009.
I may have spent 20 or 30 hours in Oblivion. I knew that it was a time suck. I knew that this could easily turn into 500 to 1,000. So I'm like, no, I'm not.
I spent 120 in Oblivion.
Yep.
Ahmed collected every single item in the game.
Yeah.
He had a wizard tower, and he collected everything, every piece of gear in the game. So people are putting comparisons of this game is 19 years old, and here's the current version, and the current version is basically worse in every respect. Then they do here's the current version, and here's Skyrim, and they go, oh look, they couldn't do fire physics.
Civ 7 has got some shaky reviews right out of the gate, which is holding me off from diving into it. I still didn't explore Civ 6 as much. I did spend at least a summer playing Civ 5, so I feel like until I'm ready to sink some time into Civ 6, I don't think Civ 7 is the right time for me. I might be a late adopter for that kind of stuff, but
yeah, there's currently a big conundrum about the price of AAA games right now. I can't remember the name of the studio, but there's a new RPG in the Final Fantasy style, like the JRPG, big open world, massively cinematic JRPG, like Studio 33, I think. I can't remember the name. A Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 looks amazing. Yes, where they're actually releasing their AAA massive. It's like a 60-hour plot line. 60-hour main storyline RPG with a $50 price tag. Now, on the flip side, they're talking about Grand Theft Auto trying to bring them up to $100 US. Right, so there's two different major releases coming out, going no, bigger, and the other one no, smaller, and then a whole bunch of stuff that's just fallen on its face. So I don't know. I am becoming more and more. I just viewed this Avowed thing as confirmation bias that games were better back in my day.
Well, as somebody who went back and basically replayed Red Dead Redemption, right? You came late to that game. That party.
And it was a game where there was a gaming review of one of the Assassin's Creed games, and it was described perfectly. It is a good game, but you get exhausted by the game, and you have to take breaks from the game. Mm-hmm. You can't just beat the game; you have to take breaks. which is like, is it a great game? No, it is a good game, and the pacing is the problem because I had to take breaks to have fun. Because you'd play it and it'd be like, I'm not having fun. I want to do anything that's not this.
What else happened this week? I just got in the mail today the last 4 cards I needed for my Spellfire collection. I now have every card that was ever produced, including promo cards from different countries and the original 0th edition, like things that are meaningless to your deck building. The 0th edition that was handed out at like Gen Cons back in the day. So I have spent some time building 3 decks. The nicknames of the decks are Doom, Boneyard, and Frightful Presence. And they are going to absolutely mollywop Luke's decks. They're so bad. They are so bad. I'm at the point where I think I'm like there's some overlap between the 3 decks, but I think next time I play with Luke, I'll flesh out one of the decks so it's a fully playable deck independent of the cards I have in my other one, so that he could play a really like powerful deck. Because I have a feeling, he's going to show up a Sunday at the end of March
and be sad.
And lose 5 times in a row.
So this is from animal psychology. It's like a third to a quarter of the time.
Yep.
The other one has to win for any animals that play.
Yep.
And this is dogs, gorillas, monkeys, chipmunks. All the mammals that are smart enough to play have the same kind of percentage of no. Even if the stronger one will lose that many times.
Yeah, we were something like 4-2 last time.
Oh yeah, you're well within the
yeah. But I did give him my deck for one of the games, so
yeah.
Okay.
In terms of things,
and I played his, and it was like, hey. The game is clearly who spent more money on getting more fucking cards. I don't even want to tell you how much that cost.
But, we'll skip on. I did learn a new thing in judo. There was a bit of a break for the weekend, and I learned that I've been doing my chokes wrong.
Uh-oh.
So I've always been like mashing my forearm into people, but like my one arm is good. My other arm I'd have like flat. And then they give some cushion. If you twist this so that you take this bone and you shove it into their throat, it becomes so much worse.
You're piercing into their throat as opposed to like
it's a really
flat,
tight turtleneck, right?
Yeah.
It's like using the meaty side of your arm versus the bone. This little tweak where one of the dudes was like, "Oh, you're gripping wrong," because one of the guys says your choke feels fat. I'm like, "Thanks." My everything feels fat. Thank you. And it was
so people are tapping out much quicker.
Yeah. Now it's like because it's like you do this choke and a turnover and a pull, and it's the initial choke is now causing the taps, not even the turnover and the pull, right? To actually make it tight, the initial squeeze.
Yeah. So what you're describing is BAB versus strength, just pure strength.
Yeah. Or feet there, like a proficiency bonus.
Yeah, exactly. All right, why don't we do a recap? What happened last time is called Flying Turtle. During a storm outside of Opara, the Hateful Scorn, an ex-Ebon Chain slave galley, closes in to do battle with the Happy Barnacle. With Siren at the helm, the Happy Barnacle evades a ramming while the Marines board the galley. On the galley, the Marines do battle with Magi, Chain Devils, and a blasphemous outsider. Sodak has a crisis of faith. Karen braves the lower decks of the galley to rescue slaves as the storm threatens to take all those aboard the galley to a watery grave.
I forgot how awesome Karen was.
Yeah. Karen got to rescue some people, freedoms.
And when I was taking him down there, I don't know if he was going to live. I'm like, he might go die.
Now, you posted treasure. I've already divvied it.
There's a couple of
just so we're not doing that on stream. It's kind of boring. Procedural. Yeah,
there's a couple of pieces of interest that eventually we can take a look at. Some of them are less defined than others. There's enough, just in terms of another thing to just tick. You have enough firearms to equip one of your troops.
Oh, cool. Like enough muskets?
Enough muskets, yeah.
Okay, so that is going to go on to Molgromere's men because they've got the feats for that. And how many muskets do we need for a group of 20 dudes?
You need half the number of the dudes.
Okay, so I'm going to say musket times 10. That's awesome. That probably came from the Rosa.
The crew of the Rosa, yeah.
Okay. That treasure we haven't detailed. I don't know if we still need to like explore the ship or whatnot.
Yeah, we can handle that later. Currently, the party is somewhat split.
We have 4 chitin bodies: the body of Captain Therese and the body of the chief mate, and then we have prisoners, 1 spellblade, 4 guards, and the fish lady. There are 52 rescued ex-galley slaves, I guess, and then the skeleton crew, I think, is 12 skeletons on the other boat. So we have bodies.
You have bodies and some managerial decisions to figure out.
Yep. I think we left off. I don't know where you want to resume. We left off with finishing the fight on the Hateful Scorn.
On the Hateful Scorn, the party was able to collect some treasures before the ship sank.
Yep.
And you basically did not brave the shores during the storm and like sailed out to open sea or like slightly protected by the inlet to wait out the storm before returning to harbor.
Yeah, I think we want to go out to sea out of view of the town because we're afraid of the teleporting woman.
And thus the circle of time continuity is satisfied.
Yep. But we're also like missing half of our Marine Corps plus our the captain.
Yep.
So,
speaking of your Marine Corps, let's go to the New Opara map.
Okay. New Opara.
Now we can work here, or we can work off of the Portton map. This group had found their way into the wilderness to make camp for the night, and they were a little bit closer to Portton. So I will actually cut you from here to Portton. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to put you off to the side.
Okay. Yeah, we were going to go. You described it. I don't know which way it swung, but like there was a bay with a.
Yeah, it was actually in this direction. So we'll put you on that side. Swoop.
Okay. And we were going to march out to the edge where there were tree cover, so we could see if we could see the boats.
Yep. All right. So you were on the way marching that evening.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 second. I need a couple of things from the New Opara map. Copy and the Bestu. All right. And I need the group of Imperials that you spied upon. Mm-hmm. Portton. Okay. All right. Navigating through the jungles during a storm. And basically we're going to just unfog out here, basically representing the map is not to scale, but a trek out away from town. How far away from the town are you trekking?
Like so is it like an arm of land that
it's an arm of land?
Yeah, we want to get near the end of the arm of land so that we could look in both the bay and out.
Give me 1 second. I've actually got a
so the hand of the arm as opposed to the armpit.
Give me 1 second. So we are down here. All right. So yeah. You can go like a couple of like a full mile, almost 2 miles to get to like the far end of it.
Yep.
you can go the full distance or part of the distance. It's up to you.
Well, we're going to start walking with the intent of going the full distance. If we see something, like if we see our ships, then we might stop.
You might stop or try to,
Yeah.
you might try to maroon yourself.
Especially given that there's a bunch of nasty outsiders in that place that probably are putting out the wanted posters.
the wee.
Right.
All right. What are the senses of your group?
I don't know if we have any dark visioners. Give me a second.
You've got people with 60-foot dark vision.
Molgromere has dark vision as an orc, and then I think the rest of us have regular.
Any low lights?
I think these three are low light. I have to. Jin is definitely low light. I think if they have an animal head, they have low light.
Usually that's the way it goes.
Yeah. I have to check Gotano. I don't know much about Kitsune. Low light. Yep. He's also colorblind. Weird.
That's a good thing to know. I'm going to write that down.
I don't know why, but he is. Sebastian is also low light. Was it a thing that happened in the Shadow event?
I think so.
Okay.
Because I think he got. I'll have to check. I'll have to check the tapes. Because it's a thing that I should have made note of. All right.
It could also be his weird curse or something. I don't know.
It could be, which would also be interesting because of if that was his weird curse, then that would make sense for him to have issues in the color the color plot, the plot of colors to be challenging. All right. So, in the stormy evening, there is intense cloud cover, so stars and moon are unlikely to be able to sort of provide a lot of light. And the boats that are hiding from the shore, how much light are they emitting? The boats that are hiding from the teleporters and the devils.
I don't think they're admitting much. I think they're more so dealing with the storm as opposed to trying to be beacons. We just don't want to be teleport ganked while we're
being teleganked while you've had 2 long encounters with half your.
Yep. So I don't think we're beaconing. I think we're just trying to keep out of view from the town.
Okay.
Not necessarily this arm, but I don't think the group suspects that Molgromere. We're probably going to have to connect with Molgromere and the others after the storm subsides. I don't see.
Give me a percentile roll.
Yep.
To see. There's a 5% chance that you can see the boat as it's actively attempting to hide.
Nope.
Okay, so you make your way towards the end of this arm. Give me a percentile roll for if you encounter anything along the way through the jungles. 30. Okay. Give me a perception check for actually we can use the auto roller.
Sure. Let me get some die rolls here. Random numbers. We'll sort based off of that. All right. I don't have the groups separated, but there are perception checks.
Insure is there. And he is the king of Perception Island.
Yeah, his wisdom's really high. He's got max ranks, and then the +2 bonus racial, as well as Eyes of the Eagle. So
Yes, because for your perceptors, there's people who see, and there's people who are told what's out there. There's people who are told to get ready, and there's people who see.
yeah.
All right. Give me a D20 if you could.
12.
Okay. While you're marching through the jungles, or slithering in Jinsha's case, you get this sense that you are being watched
From a particular direction, or just like a...
Wait a second. It would be. What's that? Rolled a 2. There's a group of trees that you are like suspicious of. Like there's a group of trees where it's like not correct. Like it is the heebie-jeebies.
Jin will stop. He's holding on to his spear that has the light spell on it, but he doesn't have it unfurled. He like stops and puts his tail in front of anyone that's like not paying attention to Jin stopping, and he'll give like a playful tug to the sheath, like suggesting that he's going to
unsheath his weapon.
Well, or to basically cast light upon the area, and he's looking directly at the trees.
Okay.
He squared himself off to where the trees are.
All right.
Sebastian accidentally bumps into Jinsho. What? Why did you slow down? He's just fucking like continuing. 33. I don't know. Maybe he stops too, but
33.
Yeah.
33 is pretty good. I actually need to know Banta. 18. Banta is grumpy. Banta's always a little bit grumpy. He's muttering something to himself. With the light spell, Jinsher, and your perception, give me a heal check.
Sure, on Banta.
On Banta, yeah.
Okay.
It's good.
25.
Okay, Banta's teeth and chin and front of his shirt are all covered in like this black fluid. A little bit is coming out of his nose. It's coming out of his mouth.
I think you've finally done it and drank too much, Banta.
He's coughing.
He's now pointing the spear at like the tree area, and he's like quietly warning Molgromere and Black Dog, and by that, I guess everyone else. There's something amiss in those trees. Something hides in the darkness.
Okay.
We didn't hear anything being cast on Banta. Does Banta?
You didn't hear anything being cast on Banta. There was no. Banta's got this black liquid coming out of his mouth. His skin is really pallid in certain areas.
Were you injured in that strange place of ill repute?
No, I don't think Banta. Oh, I think Banta did take a little bit of damage. One second, I'd have to. No, Banta not hurt. He's looking at his flask. his flask is also like the fluid is like his rum has turned black.
Perhaps someone has slipped you something, or messed with the magic of Sun Wu.
He's like dumping his bottle into his hand, and it's just pouring this black fluid. Um, it seems to be like leaving stains.
Do we have any sense of what the black fluid is?
Knowledge arcana, or
I mean,
knowledge or craft alchemy. Knowledge arcana.
yeah. Give me a second. The creature that lives in fluid knows about these things.
Alchemy, arcana, and then like a bunch of like craft or some performance skills.
All right, arcana for Sebastian is 38.
38. It appears to be ink. Specifically, 1 second. It's like ink stick fluid. It's like an old style. It's a very old style of ink. So even in the technology level that is there, this would be like a different form of like magical ink.
Apparently, the flask is drooling magical ink. Actually, quite valuable if it continues to do this. Likely not something you should continue to imbibe, however. You might turn blue.
It's like you'd call it like sumi sticks, or ink sticks. It's basically like incense and animal fats and charcoal boiled into like these hard sticks that you mix with water to then paint.
Black Dog and Molgromere are now standing between the group as they're investigating things, basically staring at the trees.
Okay. Trees are. Give me a will save for Black Dog and Molgromere.
Is this a fear-based effect?
Not yet.
12 for Black Dog. Molgromere. 22.
Okay. There is, so Black Dog sees some movement in the trees, like this. There's something like he saw something move. There's a shadow. There's a shadow that Black Dog sees that looks like a woman riding a spider. Yeah, it was a spider with a woman on top.
Kenku spiders.
And it was absolutely massive. Like it was big.
Strange woman riding a spider. You want me to go in there and kill it?
Why don't you do that? I don't want. I mean, Gotano.
How's Gotano and his?
With the risk of violence out there, we will. Yeah, there we go. Hey, that's not good for you. He says to Banta, as he's.
Can you fight? Is what Black Dog says over his shoulder to Banta.
Of course I can fight.
All right. Well,
he's grumpy about his wine cup having the wrong liquid inside. He's now he's like refreshing the like he's dumping out the vessel and he's trying to refill it again.
Okay. Black Dog will take a step forward and will inch his way forward with Banta. I think the others are gonna back up the two.
Okay. 1 second.
Maybe two groups. We'll spread out a little bit.
Why, oh why did I swallow a fly? Give me 1 second. I need to go over here as I am having secrets. DM secrets.
I don't know how many buffs we're putting up. If we had a chance to refresh our mutagens, or have we just been walking around?
Did you take an hour to refresh your mutagens? Because you did spend some time spying on the town, so if you wanted to prep your mutagens, you could.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, I don't see it being a strange thing to do.
So a bunch of us are quaffing our mutagens. I think 5 out of the 6 people in this group have
mutagens. Yeah.
That is how the game is played now.
That's everybody does performance enhancing substances.
And Sebastian just pees a weird liquid in his water and drinks it in.
Okay. All right. There is sounds of movement that everybody can hear at this point.
Scuttling?
Yeah, that is correct.
That's all good. Nothing about this island is impressing us much.
Okay. I need. There is a strange sound of like movement amongst the trees, and a give me 1 second. I need to see the special quality. I think a sticky strand is being shot at Black Dog.
Oh no.
All right. Has a range of a sticky strand is being shot at Black Dog, as well as a sticky strand being shot at Banta and a sticky strand being shot at Molgromere.
Perfect.
From the shadows, from that with which you cannot see. All right. The stickiness this way comes. All right, this is touch ACs.
Brutal.
Touch AC 19, touch AC 15, touch AC 28.
In the order you said it. So hits Black Dog. His touch AC 17.
Okay.
He does have uncanny dodge, improved uncanny dodge. Banters. Figure out this. Looks like his flat-footed touch is 22, so that's a miss. And 28 most definitely hits Molgromere.
Okay. All right. All 3 of you are entangled and tethered.
Oh, even Banta missing?
Oh, sorry, Banta. No. 2 of you are entangled and tethered.
Okay. I'll just. Boop.
Okay. And you're being like reeled into the darkness. The darkness of the jungle.
Is the webbing going to keep Black Dog from drawing a sword?
You have the entangled condition and you are tethered. So you need to break it if you want to move away from the source.
So he can still wield his weapon. Okay.
You can wield the weapon, yeah.
I don't think they know what they're pulling in right now. These are not the fish that you were looking for. I can see them just digging their feet in and being dragged along the wet grass and ferns and things.
I'm going to grab the whole party and go this way a little bit, just so there's room. Again, not to scale. Okay.
You gotta look out for those things.
All right. Basically, it's I will. We can go. They go. You go. I think for this, it's straightforward enough. We'll just roll a d20 each. You roll a d20. We roll a d20. 11, 15.
There you go.
Okay, they go first. All right. Black Dog and Molgromere are being pulled forward into the jungles. They seem to be pulling you like forward and up a little bit. The CMB, so tug. 43 to tug Black Dog.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that beats 31.
40 to tug Molgromere.
Mutagen would be 33, and then Molgromere, I gotta check to see if he's got arcane dodge and all that. Where would he get this? He would get this from his weird bard, I think gives him. He has uncanny dodge, so he's got his dex to AC, which means he has his dex to CMD.
Yep.
And his mutagen increases that by 2. So 27 for Molgromere. Oh, fucking 40. Yeah, we're being dragged.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
You're being dragged. So Black Dog, you're being dragged 10 feet. And then what was your CMD was 33?
Black Dog's right now is 33.
Okay.
Unless this is an awesome blow, disarm, or grapple.
No.
Okay.
Awesome. Putting awesome blow on the list is amazing. Okay. And then 27. So similar distance. Okay.
Do we see what we're attached to?
Molgromere now does. You got pulled close enough.
What the fuck?
There are these massive spiders that are like have little strands grabbed, latched onto you, and are pulling you in. This other spider is moving forward through, like, very deftly through the jungle. It moves very quickly for a thing of its size. There's a shocked look on Jinsha's face because he did not, like, he sees a lot of things and he didn't sense this around, and this isn't the thing, like, this wasn't the thing he thought he saw. It quickly skitters towards Banta and is going to try to bite Banta. AC 31 against Banta.
You know, without any
Buffs and flat-footed.
Flat-footed with mutagen, he's got AC of 25.
We hit Banta. I think it's been a while since we hit Banta.
Yep.
Okay. The thing bites Banta for 16 damage. And then I need a fortitude save for Banta. Banta is taking a penalty on this fortitude save. So the normal DC would be 22. The DC is 26 for Banta.
Okay. His immunity to disease and all that doesn't help.
Nope.
Okay. He gets a 25.
Okay.
His mutagen, I assume, is a strength mutagen, not a con mutagen. So
2 strength and 3 dex.
Oh, oh! Welcome to the game, Owen. Strength 2 damage and dex 3. Okay.
Okay, this thing.
How many? Give me a second. He didn't have that. Did he have that running?
Mage armor?
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
If you had a mage armor that from the last fight, it hasn't been 8 hours since you fought the people.
So he's gonna. Well, first that increases his AC by
4.
1 because he's got bracers.
Okay, so it hits him exactly.
He's gonna like blow his mage armor to not take the 16 damage to not
and
take
then
the
not
poison.
get the poison.
Yeah,
okay.
lovely.
Not getting the
That's horrible.
6 rounds of that poison.
Yeah. Banta goes, oh, you almost got me.
Okay, these ones yanked you forward, and they look like they have ready actions as they're fiddling their legs and trying to pull. You're the party. Jin Shi, Molgromere can see, and Jin Shi has light, so Banta can't see. He knows he's getting bit by something in the shadows, but he can't actually see it. Molgromere can see it, and Black Dog is actually in the darkness where it's like he's fighting shadow things in the jungle as bad things are happening.
So Jin's continual light is not going out that far?
You're sorry, continual light. I was using a daylight. Continual. I thought it was like a 20-foot radius.
Continual flame is
as per a torch, so 20 foot, so 40 foot for.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like he's.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah.
He needs to move up, is what you're saying.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay. Jincher, these things are not what you thought you saw, or what you sensed. Like, you didn't sense like big giant spider. That wasn't what you sensed.
It's our turn, right? So
yep,
Jin is going to move up to be close to his companions. Hopefully, the light helps.
Quick question. What is Sebastian's intelligence?
Mega. Give me a second. Sebastian's int is 30.
Give me a second. Sebastian, give me an int check.
This is not a knowledge recall check.
This is not a knowledge recall check.
Okay. It would be 34 with his cognagion running.
Yep.
So this is a plus 12. He rolls a 2, gets a 14.
14? You're the smartest fish. You're the smartest. Mammals ain't got shit on me. All right, you're just real smart. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Spiders.
No.
Big giant spiders out in the jungles.
So Jin moves, and then he's got some actions. So.
Okay, there's these sticky strands on Black Dog and Molgromere. They are entangled and being dragged. It is interfering with them with all the penalties of entangled spells. And they're currently tethered as they cannot move away from that spot. They can move forwards, but they can't move away.
Okay, well he sees this spider, and that's the closest, and they're being dragged. How high off the ground are these things?
They are climbing amongst the vegetation. We'll say they're about 5 feet up, okay. 5 feet, 10 feet up.
It's not like they're going to disappear up into.
Well, they might pull you up once they get into the grasps, and they paralyze you with poisons. And
all right. We're going to move towards this one.
Okay.
And we'll bite it.
Okay.
Or attempt to.
It will take a nail for you coming like that. Unless you want to go from further away.
Oh, it can reach 15 feet?
Yep. He's big. He's a big boy.
Okay, so
he's big spider boy.
Yeah, we could move up to here, and then we could step, and then take a bite. So move, step, and bite.
Okay.
AC 24.
Hits.
Okay. Whoops. Why did that not? 1d8. No. 1d6 plus 8 plus 2 for mutagen. 12 damage.
Okay. Does 12 damage.
We will initiate the grapple.
It doesn't want you to initiate the grapple. It's supposed to grapple you.
Yep.
In jungle, spider grabs you.
47. We'll pull it in so it's right next to Banta.
Oh yeah, yep. It's having a good old, give it a big old spider hunt.
Yeah, so he's got his hands on his spear, one hand on a spear, and he just basically lunges forward, grabs a hold of the side of its face, pulls it in, and there's this weird spider snake ball now that's happening. Let's do some damage for the constrict. Where is that? There we go. 1d6 plus 11 plus 3. 19 damage on the constrict.
Okay, it doesn't like that.
So we moved, we stepped, and we attacked. I could either do the step as a swift or a step as a regular action. Let me just check something. We'll do the step as a swift, and then we've got one more unarmed strike, I guess. We're kind of just bap it with our tail as we're in the grapple. I don't take penalties to the attack roll, but I do take iterative penalties, so unarmed. Plus 2 minus 5. AC 12 is probably a miss.
Yeah, AC 12 is a miss. Okay, you have bruised this spider. It is big, but it is not super tough. I have lost the initiative sheet. No, that's because there's none. The rest of the party. It's us them. Yeah.
Banta is just going to unload on this spider. Now that it's kind of in a compromised situation, you're going to have to give me a second to unpack
how Banta unloads.
Yes.
Okay, this thing has a circumstantial bonus against Banta's attack, so I'll just add it to its AC.
So weird.
All right, now do math from right to left, and then write your paperwork from bottom to top, and everything's a hyperlink.
Dude, we had a format.
Everything's a hyperlink.
Oh, there we go. Okay, there was a format I just got lost in, and some stuff.
The sea of blue.
Yeah. All right, so he's gonna flurry, and he does have his mutagen running, so I think it's this. Plus 18 kind of makes sense. All right. So flurry from Banta, AC 28, AC 34.
Okay, those both hit.
Any DR to worry about?
Nope.
Okay, combined it does 39 damage on the flurry.
Okay, bloodies the creature.
Oh, it's still going. Okay.
39 brings us to 80. Sorry, it injures the creature. It is bloodied wounded.
We will do our iterative attack. AC 29.
Hits.
For 2d6 plus 9 plus 3. For 18 as he roundhouse kicks it.
Okay, you roundhouse kick it. One of its eyes collapses and pops into this little like poof of black swirls, and it disappears.
They're not real. Something's real. Black Dog's struggling against the fucking rope. Okay, so that was a flurry and an attack. With the light, I think they're in low light, or they're in, shadowy?
It would be... I think Black Dogs is not. Black Dogs is in the shadows. There's a horrible thing, but Molgromere's is in the shadowy.
I think Banda's just gonna go stand near the thing so that maybe it attacks him.
Yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
Okay.
So flurry, attack, move. I think that's it. Yeah.
All right. Black Dog and Molgromere, or Sebastian or Gotano.
Yeah, Black Dog's going to Aijutsu focus the strand because you can attack objects with Aijutsu focus. So
Okay, give me an attack roll.
sure. While he's concerned at how strong this thing is, I don't think we're at the like rage and power attack and all that kind of stuff. Maybe power attack, but all right. So no rage. Mutagen is running. There's no bless or haste. It is. We will might as well power attack. Weapon training, weapon focus. This looks all correct. Okay. The massive blade comes hammering out. AC 24, not the.
Okay, yeah, you do hit it.
Okay. Not the most graceful, but
It has DR5/nothing.
Mm-hmm. 17 on the Aijutsu focus. Okay, also not the most graceful.
So I mean, you are covered in goo. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, these strands. He's more Conaning his way out of this than anything. 26 plus 2d6 for the Aijutsu focus, minus 5 for the DR. So 42 damage after the DR.
Okay, the strand is cut. You are still entangled, but you're no longer like pinned or being pulled.
Okay. Then he will spend a key pool point. I still have the numbers from the previous fight. And ready an attack.
You're Kenku stealthing.
Kenku stealthing, and then just readying an attack to something that when it approaches.
Cool.
Molgromere sees that these things are cuttable, and I guess we'll follow
Black Dog's lead.
Yeah, Black Dog's lead. And as I scroll through his sheet, he has things listed.
I'm pretty certain it's a don't roll one, and then he does lots of damage.
Yep. 35.
Yep.
Minus whatever fucking entangled gives you. Is it minus 2?
It's a -2 and then a -4 dex. So if you're a dex fighter.
Yep.
Currently, Molgromere has like a 5 or 3 dex or something like that.
Would 22 have hit then against the strand? Okay.
Although 22 was getting close.
Yeah. I forgot.
They're AC 20.
Forgot to include the.
That's okay.
-5. So he does without many buffs. 30. That doesn't include his mutagen. So 33.
Okay. Yeah. So that does more than the 8 damn hit points worth of tether. Okay. He's still entangled, but he's no longer being pulled in, and he's no longer tethered, but he's still entangled.
Okay. He probably used that during that fight. Molgromere will put up a mirror image with his standard action.
Okay. Captain, protect yourself.
Yeah. But he's got his Nodachi in his hand and the monkey screeching. And
okay. Sebastian or Gotano, are they just sitting in the back chuckling?
It appears they need some help with some of the jungle fauna. That's right. They need your help. But look at how big they are.
Fucking hate spiders.
Yeah, imagine fox people don't get along with spider people.
Now do a Google search. Do foxes eat spiders? Because maybe
I can see them eating.
They eat insects. So
yeah.
Most of nature will eat anything else that can fit in its mouth. Fighters eat spiders. Fighters eat spiders. Foxes eat spiders. They are omnivorous and opportunistic. They will eat anything that they can get in their mouth.
All right, Sebastian will move forward, or technically, his telepathic bond with Diva. Diva moves the tripod forward, and we'll stop about here. I think we could get both spiders with a glitter dust.
Okay.
So we'll burn a second level Arcana spell.
I think the fish has low light vision.
Yep.
Yeah, so you do know that both are there. Yep.
Right. So it's a second level spell, and we have arcane pool points still left remaining. So we'll burn 1 to increase the DC by 2. So there's a glittery poof, and the DC of the glitter dust is 26 with cognitogen, 28 with burning the arcane pool point.
That is a number. That is a number. Wow, that's a number.
Spellcasters, we've made absolutely terrifying.
They weren't scary enough. Oh, we did a thing. All right, so they're going to make their saves. What was the DC?
28.
Okay, so they need to roll natural
23s.
Okay.
So I boosted it when I didn't need to. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so they're both. They don't seem to be reacting too much to their eyesight being taken away from them. But they are shiny. They're blind.
Yeah, blind for the duration of the spell, so 8 rounds.
Oops, that's the wrong one. What's this one?
Oh.
No, not that one. God, I wish it was.
The glitter of goldfish scales confounds your vision.
All right.
He's very smart. He's also very peed, but he's RP. So.
He's RP. Okay. They're going to continue fighting. Banta.
Where's the lady riding a spider?
Where's the lady riding a spider? I don't know. Where's Spider Lady? I don't know. This spider is it's biting at Banta. This one is coming forward to snap at Black Dog.
It can sense me while I'm invisible and it's blind?
Those are both the same condition, and yes, it can.
Okay.
You know what? It's actually going to bite Banta. Look at Banta there. Okay, they are both attacking Banta. They're going to aim. They're like flying him up and AC 27 and AC 38 critical threat.
Wow. Okay. The AC 27 is a miss when Banta is not flat-footed. The AC 38. Well, it's a nat 20. So
it's a nat 20. Yeah. So AC 29 to confirm.
Oh, fuck me. Sorry, Ahmed.
You popped your shield.
So his flat-footed AC is 23. You add his dex, which is 3, is 26. His mutagen adds 2, so 28. He has a dodge bonus. 29.
Okay.
And we didn't spend a key point, so...
minor condition.
I'll look
Standard crit damage. All right. The... so... 33 damage.
Whoa! Woof! Okay. I think Banta just takes this.
You might want to block with his con. I don't know.
His con's +3. I mean, okay.
I don't.
30. Fine. All right, 30 damage, and then he probably needs to make a fort save.
Well, there's minor condition and a fort save.
Oh yeah, the minor condition D8.
Okay. 7
is staggered, so he needs to make a fort save versus the confirmation roll, which is 38.
The confirmation roll was a 29.
Oh, 29. Sorry.
38
yeah,
was
38
the attack
was the attack roll. Okay.
Yeah.
He fails, so he's staggered.
Okay. And then a save versus the strange poison.
The poison, not 20.
Okay, he's not poisoned for a long time.
The 30. We can fix it. We can fix it. Yeah, Gotano didn't do much last round. He just basically moved to keep up with Sebastian. Okay.
Okay. In a second. That wasn't fun.
And there's no mischance because of the blindness. They've got some sort of sense.
They got a yes.
Special thing. Okay.
They've got a thing that involves vibrations. They've got one of those spider powers that spiders have.
Banta's pretty vibraty.
Oh, he's vibrating all over the place.
Drunken monk plowing his way through the jungle. So they moved, aimed, attacked, or just
they aimed, attacked, and that's
okay.
It. They haven't done any other actions.
This when Spider Lady jumps out, I think.
This is Spider Lady. Spider Lady jumps out. We are going to roll one of those. All right. Black Dog, could you make a will save, please?
Oh my god, he probably can't. This is the wrong campaign to go. I'm Fighter.
with the saving throws being crazy now.
Yeah, yeah. His will saves +6.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Unless it's a fear based.
No. It's the opposite of fear. This is a love based one.
No, he fails with it. I assume a 13 fails.
13. Black Dog. Spider ladies aren't so bad. They're just misunderstood. Spiders, fuck the big spider thing that's trying to eat you. But spider ladies. Spider ladies are okay.
I like spider ladies.
It's just it's...
Where's the spider lady?
Yeah, it's just, they're all right, Ain't nothing wrong with a spider lady.
Hey, snap out of it, says Molgromere.
Okay, hey, party's turn.
Yeah, Black Dogs. He cut the cord, right? But we could see these fuckers.
Oh, they're glittery. Technically, this one would be visible. That one's not. But with the glitter dust, they're shiny enough. You know exactly where they are.
All right, and I feel threatened here.
You do feel threatened there. Yep.
So step. I still have an attack.
Yep.
Is it like inching our way in, coming closer?
Okay, there'll be a 20% mischance because it is in the shadows. But yeah.
Where's the spider lady?
he's like Aiujutsu focusing the spider.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, the spider is there. I'm just double checking. I think I said something incorrect. There's no mischance, so you can. There is no 20% mischance. I was incorrect.
AC 29.
Hits.
Let me roll the Aiujutsu focus. 26 on the chart. That's 46. That's pretty good. And it doesn't take sneak attack or anything like that?
It's not flat-footed.
Okay.
It would if it was flat-footed.
Yep. 51 damage.
Okay. It is bloodied. It is... Math is hard. It is not quite wounded.
Okay, we will click our heels to activate our Boots of Speed as a free action to get another attack.
Okay.
And this, sorry, I forgot to include it last time. -2 for Entangled.
Entangled. Yeah, you still hit.
AC 25.
You hit it. Banta would have missed.
Okay. And this time is without Jitsu focus, so another 40 damage. Rolled.
Okay, it is not in existence anymore.
Ah!
It says it. There's this poof of blackness that kind of just sprays. Black Dog, your entangled condition goes away. Like the webs around you are no longer there. There's just this oily stain.
Jin is going to move up to threaten the spider with a long spear. He is going to channel positive energy, excluding the spider, to heal himself, Banta, and Black Dog. We still have 2 damage, I think, from...
Yeah, you had a little bit of leftover. Yep.
Yeah, but we'll burn a channel. We got plenty of those, and his Chanel's do max. What is that? 36 healing.
36?
Yep.
Okay. Banta's feeling better. He's still staggered.
Yep. And he's not poisoned, right? He is.
No, he's saved. He natural
That's
20.
right.
He's poison
That's
fort save.
All right, Banta's staggered. He is going to spend a key point. I don't know how him drinking
Ink? Yeah,
Ink.
he doesn't have it. His bonus key point was spoiled by him inadvertently drinking the wrong stuff.
Looks like he's used a bunch of his temps in the previous fight and 1 used, so I'm going to just keep track of his key on his... so key, he's spent 2 of them. He's going to spend a key point for AC.
Okay.
Move in.
Okay, there's an AO.
And then flurry the spider.
There's an AOO moving in.
Yeah. We might as well try to acrobatics our way in, because...
You might as well try to use the thing.
We might as well try.
Unless you're trying to soak AOOs.
Not especially. These things are mean. 22 acrobatics.
He does a fancy roll. AC 28.
No, he does a fancy roll, but incurs the AOO anyways, and then he flurries. I think this is how monks are played.
Yeah.
Yeah, this feels good. This feels good.
You jumped around and you punched a guy. It's Stunning Fist on the first one?
How many does he have? He's got...
You should have 1 per character, like class level, so 8, I think. Unless it's like wisdom plus half character level. Which
he's got 9 per day. We might as well Stunning Fist on the first.
Might as well slap this thing in the...
AC 25, AC 21.
AC
23, 21.
So this thing is dexterous and dodgy, and his hand just slaps up against bug hide.
Oh, he missed twice?
He missed twice. Black Dog would have hit him, but...
Oh, this is such a Ahmed roll. Doing it.
Okay.
Stand still is what he says to the spider.
Molgromere, Gotano, Sebastian.
Molgromere is going to spend an action to try to remove the webbing. Does he have to cut? Can he cut it for himself? Or
it is a strength check to burst.
Okay.
Or escape artist.
I think in Molgromere's Dex 8 world, I think it's strength.
Well, his Dex is 4 less right now. His Dex is 4.
Yeah. 11.
All right, now give me a second. I think this is one of so this 11. No, 11. Nope, it is still around him.
Okay, like 1 action per check, right?
Yeah.
21.
21. You burst the webs off you.
Okay. And then he'll inch forward until he's threatened, which I think is here.
Yeah, 15-foot reach.
Okay, well he'll just remain a little bit back. He's got fucking mirror image up. He'll go.
Don't worry, you got this. Good job, Banta. I just drool all over him.
And then Sebastian.
Oh, it appears that we have to do everything. Spellcasters.
He comes scuttling up. And what's he going to do? This thing probably doesn't like having its mind exploded. Let's explode its mind.
One eyeball just kind of shifts slightly and falls down.
Oh, we could use an energy ray, maybe. That sounds like fun.
Okay, it's big.
Yeah. Let me see how many PowerPoints I've got left. Not a lot. That is expensive. That takes too long to set up. And that's the only damaging spell. All right, we will do a 3rd level spell to cast Gloom Blind Bolts, which I believe at this level there's 2 bolts of negative energy, I think they...
Okay. I believe they're like non-lethal negative energy bolts.
No, you're thinking of the force bolts that do non-lethal.
Oh.
These are just regular damage.
Okay.
They're Conjuration Shadow damage, negative energy infused. Okay. So, and we don't have to worry about the blind thing because it's already blind.
Somebody went, I like Scorching Ray, but what if we made Scorching Ray, but better in every single way?
It's a third level spell at least.
3rd level spell at least, yeah.
So spell attack is increased by my int, so 19, and
Size?
yeah, we've got that.
Nice.
And we do
Gotano should have done a Bard song. Anyways.
Oh, that's right. Katana's a bard.
Go get him, you bastards!
These are touch attacks, and we're attacking the squares behind Banta because we don't have precise shot.
Yep.
24 and 34 touch.
Yeah, the touches.
Okay, it does 29 damage from the 2 bolts.
Okay, that bruises the giant spider.
Okay, Gotano moves forward. And Gotano, oh yeah, that's right. Gotano multi-classed into Dirge Bard because he wants to eventually cast charm spells on undead. I think that was...
I know a guy who can teach you them tricks.
That's what
I
think that's what's been happening behind the scenes.
Pickle juice and the tastiest jerky.
And this has come at the expense of his Oracle front end, back end sorcerer. Okay, he'll do something, I guess, this round. He's got spells, so he will cast a magic missile at the creature.
Okay.
For 17 damage.
Okay, the creature is bloodied.
That's one tough spider. He took a spell from both of us.
Yeah.
Stop moving, spider!
It would be nice if our monk actually squished the bug for once.
Okay, the bug is going to squish Banta. Natural 1. Oh, maybe not. AC 20 would have been 22. Forgot the aim. I'm gonna say it. I gotta check. I think it just made its dex check.
The spider's drunk.
The spider is thrashing around. AC 30 on the next attack.
Ooh, I gotta look for this one. Okay, so Banta.
I think it's a miss because you picked the key point for the AC. It was AC 29 before, plus 4 dodge bonus should be AC 33.
Yeah, plus 6 is 29, should be 33. Yeah, it's miss.
Perfect. Okay, this thing slams down. Banta's able to dodge out of the way.
Not drunk enough.
What you haven't realized yet is these things also have bonuses to attack Banta, but he's the only one getting attacked.
Does their stringy strands and the shit that they turned into look like the ink?
They kind of look. It's this black, oily, stainy residue.
You might have been conjurer cursed.
Other things on that turn.
Nothing that good drink can't fix. I beg to differ.
Okay, Black Dog, your affinity towards Spider-Woman also is like truncated down to woman. There's a woman who's just nice.
There's a woman in here who needs to be saved from the spiders.
There's a woman out there somewhere. There's a woman. She's nice.
Lady, where are you?
He almost like turns his back to the spider as he's looking around for her.
Get your head on straight, says Molgromere. Oh.
Okay. The party's turn. There's one bloodied spider.
Yeah.
Who's going for the kill?
I think Banta's the closest, so we'll give him the honors.
Yep.
Oh, stay still.
I just rolled it, but yeah, okay. AC 23, AC 25.
Okay, Banta is unable to attack this spider.
Like he's not making his attack.
He just isn't hitting. He's just throwing his fists towards the spider.
AC 20.
Wow. He'll roll the last one just because AC 24.
It's just this.
It's drunk. It's drunk. Every time I strike, it lifts up his leg.
Okay.
He will use a key for AC again, just in case.
Just in case it's drunk for everybody.
3 key. Molgromere will inch his way in, so we'll step and make spider giblets. He doesn't have any penalties. He's not entangled. AC 29.
It hits.
1d10 plus that plus mutagen. He slices it for 30 damage.
Okay. It's down to single-digit hit points.
All right. He will take a second. He step. Yeah, you could. One of those steps could be. He does take a greater power attack penalty because the Furious Focus is on the first one. So
Yep.
Fighter math.
It's -8 on the second swing instead of minus. Yeah.
AC 32 critical threat.
Okay. Big numbers are fun.
Critical hit. The next 20. Standard damage, which is ×2. So 2d10 plus 50 plus 6. 70 damage.
Okay. It explodes into you blast it through the head and it just poofs into this like wispy black inky smoke that sort of stains the leaves and the vines around it.
He gives his Nodachi a flick and then like just holds it in front of him.
There's a flick of black liquid onto a nearby tree.
Oh, so the liquid's staying behind.
There's a little bit of juice.
What is the liquid?
We'll have to place it under my arcane Observation.
We need to. We need to piss it into his bowl.
Sebastian will move up and
You mean now? Oh, okay.
Sebastian's gonna come up and try to identify it using alchemy.
Okay. It is.
He's got a
It is dissipating. Give me a craft alchemy check.
33 to his roll. 50.
Okay. It is. The ink itself is fading. It would be this, and it would be one of those. At the rate that it's fading, you think in a few minutes it'll disappear. This is what was your total alchemy check?
50.
50. This is a very similar magical ink, but not quite the same as the stuff that was like in Banta's drinking vessel and was in his mouth. It is of. Do you have any craft skills or like knowledge local Iron Kingdoms or knowledge local Jotnam?
No, he's got knowledge local shackles, knowledge local Eye of Fathoms, and then he's not a bard, so he doesn't get the eye roll.
Okay.
Or anything.
Do you have any crafts?
Yeah, the craft alchemy.
You are a fish. Just the craft alchemy?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a so the inky substance that was in Banta's drinking vessel, you suspect is of a Jotnam-ish origin.
Mm.
This ink is like Iron Kingdom style. Like it's very similar. It's just a slightly different mixture of inks.
We might be fighting some sort of,
He looks over at Black Dog.
spider lady that is using inks to conjure things.
This is magic ink, but it's being used up by the conjuration.
It's magic ink, but it's not like used to write spells down or even craft symbols or traps. This is being used in a different fashion. Give me a spellcraft check.
Yeah, we're good at that. 40.
This magical ink isn't as magical as the ink that was in that is on Banta. The ink that's on Banta has extremely supernatural and potent properties. Under a detect magic, it doesn't radiate magic. This ink does, but the other ink doesn't even radiate magic. It's just...
Of more concern is the ink that Banta seems to have been imbibing. You should stop drinking that, by the way.
Okay, he's shaking his... son will fuck me.
I don't think so. I think you are in a place where someone dropped some ink into your... You might actually be causing these creatures to attack you. There might very well be a link.
Lady! Black Dog's walking around his swords away. He'll spend some time, taking off the...
Yeah. So you just need to, there's these stains, all of the webs turned into these oily stains on your armor and your vest.
Lady! He doesn't have his sword out, although he doesn't normally, but he's crossing his arms looking for the lady. He's not in a stance where it looks like he's gonna attack the house with his bust-sized sword.
Okay, give me a will save for Black Dog and just Black Dog.
14.
14. What you thinking about?
Black Dog's wondering where the lady went because he's concerned that the spiders might be going after her too. And he's a bit embarrassed that the others are around because he wants to meet the lady. Like this is like he's been scolded twice by Molgromere. He's been embarrassed.